I think it's urgent that before we move on with this video that we declare all information within this video to be unconfirmed and fabricated through a wide variety of sources. With that being said, there is indeed some more leaks never before heard or seen that I will be covering in today's video. As always, these leaks are also up to you to decide whether or not they are true or false. I recently had a user on Twitter reach out to me about GTA 6 and I gave them the benefit of the doubt and the chance to explain themselves. It must also be said that this information was delivered to me prior to any of the recent leaks found on Reddit, Glassdoor, or through any other sources or means online. I decided to revisit these personal leaks sent to me in the last 24 hours and find the information to be surprisingly accurate to the recent information supposedly leaked online. So where do I start? I must say many of the loose ends we had in regards to information on GTA 6, if they are indeed true, have pretty much been tied together. I've spent the last 3 days with a team of really talented and helpful users over on Discord in the Rockstar community, digging really deep into the information we've had released, and I must say that there is an overwhelming quantity of evidence that is suggesting GTA 6 will be Rockstar's most ambitious project yet. It will be set in not only 2 but possibly 3 locations, and will feature a more in-depth approach to GTA Online like we've never seen before. I think in respect to you as the viewer, we should approach the very newest information first, as it's definitely something that you guys want to get out of the way before you decide to watch the further video. And I will be making a disclaimer that most of this video will be information that you've already heard, but we've managed to piece them all together now in a really understandable fashion so that you guys can actually see just the scale of these leaks and how they might be reliable. So recently a journalist reported on the latest Call of Duty game in an article briefing readers the latest marketing scheme from the developer of the game. What was interesting about this article was that the editor hid a secret message within the article, pretty much confirming the next Call of Duty to be Modern Warfare 4. Now, this is most certainly not the first time nor the last time we will see information being delivered in this fashion, and it appears something similar may have happened with Grand Theft Auto 6. From my understanding, in order to leave a review on Glassdoor, you need to provide significant amount of information and personal details in order to have your review approved. Glassdoor is an excellent site that does exactly what it says on the tin, allows outsiders to see through the door which we would previously not be able to see through, and when you read between the lines, essentially Glassdoor lets an employee review the company in which they work for through LinkedIn and other various sites to help outsiders get a better picture of what it's like to work for said company. Well, a few days ago I reported on Glassdoor a review left by an employee that was approved that mentioned next-gen unreleased test kits. This of course was referring to the next generation of Xbox and PlayStation. But what's really interesting is thanks to JackD12 on Twitter, they sent me a very interesting image of this review. I cannot believe that these details went unnoticed, because when you read horizontally down the side of the page, you can see the words GTA 6, perhaps leaking to us, or this employee suggesting to us that they want us to read this in the same fashion that the Call of Duty leak came out, and that GTA 6 is going to be their next game, which is very interesting. But what's more interesting to me is the words that follow this, or the letters shall we say, LSVCLC, Los Santos, Vice City, and Liberty City as well. Now, I want you guys to think about that as we go through these leaks, because it has been recently established that there may be a recreation of Los Santos and GTA 5's map in GTA 6. If that is the case, and that is what Rockstar Games are planning, it would add up with this leak. So that's pretty much the new information out of the way, and we will now move on to what exactly ties into this to find out whether these leaks are true. So if this information is to be taken as true and honest, then this would be a significant step forward to finding out if the recent leaks are fabricated as one and are in fact real. Now, way back in 2012, a very talented man named Leslie Benzies had something very interesting to say. He said that in the future, after GTA 5 had released, they wanted to make a GTA title that was somewhat universal of all the GTA locations. Leslie Benzies was a producer at Rockstar Games, one of the most talented and most appreciated workers there at Rockstar North, who was responsible for much of the storyline and development of all of the GTA titles that we played since Grand Theft Auto 3. Leslie explained how the ultimate vision was to create this universal Grand Theft Auto title with all the maps combined as an everlasting, continuous online and single-player experience. The fact that Leslie had this idea way back in 2012 was a pretty stern promise to the fans that if another GTA was to release on significantly more powerful hardware, they would certainly do their best to try and achieve this goal. A Grand Theft Auto game with plenty of previous GTA cities and locations all in one. Now this would also tie into the recent leaks saying that Liberty City, Vice City, and possibly South America or San Andreas will be returning in GTA 6. Well, the teasers ended there for many years. The idea kind of boiled down and nothing came of it, until The Know recently leaked some information from a so-called credible source, claiming that Rockstar's next GTA was codenamed Project Americas, and the game would feature 2 or more locations with a female protagonist and a male protagonist thrown in the mix as well. Now this certainly sounds very promising, since the interview with Leslie Benzies pretty much foreshadowed this very claim many years prior. You guys can go and check out the Know's article on their exclusive GTA 6 leak down in the description below. It's a very interesting read, and they have predicted many things correctly in the past. They are a very reputable source, and I doubt they'd want to damage their reputation by releasing any information that wasn't true. So, Project Americas, it just sounds like the perfect fit. Rockstar Games are hoping to make a project where they recreate a vast amount of American landscape, including new cities such as Vice City and Liberty City as well. Rockstar Games recently admitted that they were happy a future GTA title would not be releasing during President Trump's presidency. They said the current state of politics and society forever changing at a rate too fast to keep on top of would make it really hard to make an accurate GTA game in the modern day, with a scope and size that Grand Theft Auto always achieves. Well, if Trump is unsuccessful in his election in 2020, this could mean that Rockstar's view on releasing a game for the current society for Grand Theft Auto could change. Now, I'm not saying that Donald Trump doesn't deserve the presidency, or that him losing his presidency would be a good thing, but it seems pretty obvious that Rockstar Games are hesitant to release a GTA game in his presidency because he would probably bash on the game, and Rockstar could be in trouble for releasing a game that portrays violence in America, especially if Donald Trump takes this seriously. Well, if you ask me, this adds up just perfectly with the recent Pastebin leak we had about the PlayStation 5. A game developer in partnership with a AAA developer recently leaked on a pastebin in a document some important and accurate details about the PlayStation 5. They not only predicted the exact hardware and various features revealed by Sony a few weeks later, but some of the games that he listed that would be releasing were Gran Turismo, Harry Potter, which was since been confirmed in a recent leak, and of course without a doubt Grand Theft Auto 6, which of course wouldn't be as great without the extra details. This person who leaked accurate details about the PlayStation 5 way before anyone else knew said that GTA 6 would feature at least 2 locations, and he had heard lots about Liberty City and Vice City. This correlates with the Know's leak recently, and also Leslie Benzies' ultimate goals for the company back in 2012. Sadly, Leslie Benzies left Rockstar Games shortly after the release of GTA 5, and the terms ended rather badly, and in the last few years nothing more has really fizzled up to the surface in regards to GTA 6. But you could argue with the release of Red Dead Redemption 2 now nearly 7 months old, and the lack of support for Red Dead Online being publicly released, it just goes to show that Rockstar Games seem to be moving on from Red Dead Redemption 2 rather quickly, and their focus seems to be shifted on something much more powerful and important to their company altogether. Which of course, if any of you can think straight and gather your information together, it doesn't take much to imagine that GTA Online is their next focus, especially a newer version of it. Now, recently a Reddit user claiming to be a Rockstar Games employee posted on the Reddit/AMA page, saying that they were open to questions from anyone that was interested. Now, many of you may be saying this is a typical scenario of someone pretending to be working at Rockstar, but unlike a true troll fashion, someone who was trolling would probably go and post on the GTA forums, the most hostile environment of all, or maybe they would go and post on Reddit/Grand Theft Auto. But the fact that this user basically didn't want attention and posted on /AMA, fully knowing that this probably wouldn't reach the Rockstar Games fans until someone shared it, just goes to show to me that they weren't really looking for attention. Now, this user had some really interesting information to share, such as that GTA 6 would be set in multiple locations, one being Liberty City and one being Vice City. They also mentioned very heavy support of GTA Online in Grand Theft Auto 6 with the ability to smuggle lots of shipments across the map. Now, I'm sure you can read between the lines there when I say smuggling shipments, and YouTube being politically correct nowadays, perhaps I'm not supposed to say exactly what I mean. But it's been leaked that GTA 6 will have more of a focus on shipping various cargo and narcotics across the map, opposed to shipping anything else. Now, this actually all adds up. We've heard lots about Liberty City and Vice City. Well, I guess you could read between the lines and put your tinfoil hat on and say, oh, it's Grand Theft Auto VI and Vice City starts with VI. But there was actually a DJ named DJ Who Kid, who a few years ago in an interview confirmed that he was working on the next GTA title that would be set in New York City. DJ Who Kid is a very reputable source. He is a very talented DJ and music producer, and for someone in his position to lie about working with Rockstar Games, we know that Rockstar Games love to work with underground artists and some very famous names in the music industry, and it definitely seems credible that this individual is working on the next title for Grand Theft Auto. To give you guys a bit more of an insight, this person was supposedly working on radio stations and doing the commentary for the radio in the game. Now, if the locations are Vice City and Liberty City, it would make sense that those working on the Liberty City side of the game probably wouldn't know anything about the Vice City side, and that two studios would probably be working in correlation to get the work done. Now, if the game does have Liberty City, Vice City and San Andreas set in the location, this is what the concept map would look like. Now, this was created by someone over on Twitter. I will post their link in the description down below. They said, hey Red Bandit, check out this fan-made map that I have created. And looking at this map, this definitely looks like the sort of scale we should be expecting for another GTA title. Now, it must be said that Vice City down in the bottom right-hand corner is definitely not to scale that it would be if Rockstar Games recreated it on the next generation. Vice City, of course, was released on PS2, so that map you're seeing down there in the bottom right is extremely small for what we could expect to see in GTA 6 if Vice City is returning. Let's also not forget the fact that GTA 4 and Liberty City were supposedly released to be coming and leaked to be coming for GTA Online a few years ago. There was a huge leak on a Rockstar employee's portfolio online where we got this image right here. As you can see from this image right here, this is a remastered, retextured version of Liberty City that looks like it almost is on par with the GTA 5 engine graphics. Now, this may have just been the employee showing you what he was capable of and didn't want to leak anything to do with GTA 5, but in my opinion, this is far more significant. Also, the very famous Rockstar leaker FunNW2 found this image right here. I was unable to find out whether this was a credible image and whether this was actually a real image that was found within the files of the Rockstar Games system, but it does look like an advertising screen that Rockstar Games were planning on using a few years ago. Whether that was DLC for GTA Online or a secret project, aka them working on GTA 6, I guess we'll only have to find out as time will tell. I'm really excited to find out if these leaks are true. Let me know down below if you guys are as well. That pretty much concludes all of the evidence that we have so far. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video and appreciated the work I've put in today. If you have, let me know down in the comments section below. Don't forget to click that like button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay cool, and adios.